looks correct in the database. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. Okay. Everything is looking good on the transition agenda. Okay. Looks like the twinkling is gonna need some more supplies by next week. Oh, okay. Ooh, yeah, it's a hefty bill. Nothing I can't write off. Oh, hi. Hey, yes, sit down. Are you here for the interview? Oh, yes. Well, welcome, welcome. Make yourself comfortable. I know it takes a while to get up here, so, it's a long elevator ride with some quite strange people, even I'll admit that. So, sit down, make yourself comfortable. I hope you get, well acquainted with the office. It might be the one you're working in a few weeks, so please make yourself as comfortable as possible. We have a little espresso machine over there if you want to have a little oat milk or a soy milk latte. Those are our only two options, by the way, oat or soy. There's nothing else. We're looking at getting some almond for the machine. Some people kind of like that, but we're not really a big dairy company. Yeah. We don't really like, getting it from the natural source. Which, as ironic as it is, we have a lot of vegan diets here, so we want to make sure we cater to them. Anyway, yes, I have a lot of resumes on my desk, so please remind me of your name. Absolutely. Well, my name is Jamie, and I am one of the heads of the board on the Department of Woke. So, welcome in to our wonderful corporate office. Well, it's a little less of a corporate office. We've been ill-advised to use that term anymore to describe ourselves since we are a publicly funded department. But anyway, please, again, make yourself comfortable, and we'll get started with the interview. So, looking at your resume here, I see there are a lot of, strong things. You have many years of work history, with relief organizations and charities and nonprofits, very valiant stuff, but, I do have to check the background of your work a little bit more. There also will be a character background check, later after the interview, but no worries. Just looking at everything here, it looks like you're gonna be just fine, and, you're gonna pass that background check pronto. And, depending on your answers to the next few questions, that might be expedited over the next week or so. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the interview. I'm going to go ahead and write your answers to my preliminary questions, and the answers will go right in here. Yes, right in here. So, let's go ahead and get started, I guess. No time to waste. A lot to do over here these days. Yeah, government's keeping us busy. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and start with the questions. First question I have for you is, what are your pronouns? Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Just want to make sure I am referring to you as the correct gender. It's very important in the swing of government. So, next question. We'll go ahead and roll along with these. What are your favorite artists, and why are they Ariana Grande, Chaperone, and Sabrina Carpenter? And Faye Webster, and Clairo, and yeah. Okay. Very bold top 5 there, but I think it'll be admissible. So, okay. Ooh, interesting choice, interesting choice. Don't hear a lot of them. Okay. Okay. So we have a very interesting lineup of artists there. We do weekly Spotify jams, so if something's a little less desirable in your feed, we might judge your character based upon that, but it's okay. It looks like you have a really good lineup of artists there. Very, very woke leftist artists, very popular with the type of crowd we deal with. So, I'll just keep it real with you. You have a very good lineup of artists there. Very, very indie, I'd say too. Very alternative. A lot of those I don't hear a lot about, but they definitely make for a good answer to that question. Anyway, next one. Let's just jump straight into it. What would your role in the leftist commune be? My. Yeah, so that sounds really good. You see. And we help a lot of co-ops operate throughout the country here. And, a lot of them opt to, be sovereign citizens, live in the mountains somewhere, start a good old leftist commune. Usually doesn't work out that well. We're still kind of working out the formula, A lot of people have some distasteful things to say, living with each other in a little hut on top of a mountain 24/7 without access to, social media or drugs or, really anything you need to live as a leftist in 2025. But, yeah, I don't know. It's, formula we're still working out. Maybe you can help with that project once we onboard you. If we onboard you. You're looking like a strong candidate so far, so I don't want to give you any guarantees, but, I think you'd be a good fit on the team so far. Yeah, given your answers. Yeah, anyway, what would your role be in the leftist commune? Or, yeah, sorry, you already told me. Elaborate on it a little bit more as well. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You say you're very talented musically, I gotcha. Yeah. Interesting, and you always carry Narcan on you. It's very helpful. Many such cases where we need that. Our first couple of experiments with communes didn't go so well. We lacked Narcan and practically every other possible resource we could have lacked, but, it's a work in progress. Everyone makes mistakes. Even the Department of Woke. Anyway, next question is going to be, who's your favorite twink, and why is it me? Sorry. Who is your favorite twink? This is such a stupid fucking character. Who is your favorite twink, and why is it me? Okay. It didn't actually have to be me. There's a lot of choices there. Oh, mine? Oh, I like someone who asks questions back. Yeah, Troy Sivan, definitely. I mean, look at how skinny I am. We are literally the same body type. It's crazy. I feel like him every day I walk into work. Anyway. Good choice, by the way. Interesting. Alright, so the next few questions are going to be a little more this or that. So first question I'm going to start off with is, say, you'd have to pick a platform to scroll or monitor for about 4 or 5 hours during a workday. Would it be Twitter or Tumblr? Okay. Yes. Could you elaborate on your reasoning? Absolutely, I like a go-getter. Like someone who understands the political climate of our modern times. But on the contrary, as I like to always remind my colleagues, everything is political, so it's good to dabble in other spaces maybe that are a little less meant for us modern day. Get a little bit of intelligence on the common enemy. All peacefully, of course. Unless violence does need to be resorted to. But we don't publicly condone that. At least I don't. But good answer. Anyway, next is going to be oat milk or soy milk. I haven't seen you made a latte yet, so, I'm just asking because of that. I'm genuinely curious which milk you would choose. Ooh, good choice, good choice. You know, more of a nutty buddy myself. I prefer oat milk. Yeah, just hits all the right taste buds. Anyway, yeah, that is actually a lot more relevant to this position than you'd think. Yeah, a lot of people have constant debates over oat and soy, and now that almond is getting thrown into the mix, oh god, whole office is up in arms. But you know what? Don't tell Brenda, but I secretly like that we're having almond milk added. Yeah, I'll just tell him it's soy. Anyway, so next question is going to be your opinion of TikTok. Don't worry, there's no wrong answer. Just off the dome, what do you think of it? Do you like it? Do you think it's a good tool to push media? What are your current opinions of the toners? What do you think about the government response? Tell me, please. Okay. Oh, very varied answer. Very varied, very varied, very varied. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's a long answer. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tell them how you really feel. Cool. Yeah, I know. It's a lot to vent about. I understand your frustrations. Okay. You know what? I think I understand where you're coming from there. I think that's more than enough of an answer. Anyway, let's see, what other questions did I have written down for you? Oh, yeah, one more question. Do you think I serve genuine opinions on this top? What, do you like it? Do you not like it? What can I change about this? I like my glasses. Is my hair okay today? Like, do I serve? Do I eat? Good answer. Yeah, your job may have entirely depended on that one answer, but, everything else is much more relevant than that, I assure you. I think the question that, really would depend on you getting this position or not is who you voted for, but that's for the board to decide. That's kind of more part of the background check nowadays. We don't really ask that up front, but, just looking at you, I know what you are. You know that fucking homophobic dog meme? The fucking I know what you are. Fucking love that picture. I hope that dog's still alive. That's God, the funniest fucking meme format. Well, thank you so much for your answers. Again, these are all recorded down on my little notepad, so I'll review these with the board of directors and my fellow board members, and we'll, have a simple and fair debate about your answers to those questions. Anyway, we are going to move on to the next part of the interview, which is very simple. You can just sit back and relax. I'm going to do a bit of a physical. I know you did already sign a waiver for this, but do you consent to me touching you and administering dark woke arts in onto your physical and mental state? Okay, yeah. Joe at the front desk should have already elaborated what woke mind virus practices that we have established at the department, but I'm sure you're fully aware of them. And if you need me to further elaborate on anything I am about to do to you, please let me know. Say stop, or anything, and anything that breaches your consent, of course, is not something I will do. But anyway, first I will start with a simple physical exam. So I'll just touch your face, maybe down your neck a little bit, your shoulders. Just let me know if you're uncomfortable at all, and we can stop immediately. So, just gonna pick out your bone structure here. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Get a little bit closer up here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, good nose shape. Strong line. Beautiful eyes. You have very beautiful eyes, by the way. Not I'm like really like staring into them. Wow. They're like vast vistas. But like they have like a very, I don't know, it's like a very chromatic green. I like it. Anyway. Yeah, good brows. Like until you plucked them this morning. I still have to work on mine. My bad. Anyway. Yeah, I came in pretty disheveled today. I don't have any makeup on. My nails aren't done. Yeah, sorry. You're not getting me in a very good state today. But, just don't feel bad if I judge you harshly based on the physical exam. But so far, you're doing great. Okay. Nice. I like your lip liner. It's good. I'm gonna do some points. Good dye job on the hair. You definitely knew what you were walking into today. Interview ready. I like that. Okay, anyway. I think our physical exam is good. Now we are going to administer our substances to you. So, as you know, each employee is required to be infected with the Woke Mind virus. So, starting today, you will be taking supplements to affirm your, masculinity or femininity, identity of choice. So, here I have a bottle of testosterone and a bottle of estrogen. Is there any, anyone you prefer? Okay, gotcha. Alright, well, we're just gonna start you off at about 10 milligrams of that today. And, we're just going to administer the first pill for you here. Alright, and the second pill. Alright, good thing. Thank you for taking those. Anyway, put the rest back in here. Doesn't look like you need any more. Okay, so next I will be applying your makeup for you. We have daily routines where, if you don't come into work or maybe an interview without makeup, as you have today, you have a very light layer on, but we're going to fix that today. We're going to make you look pretty, so you can walk around the office and meet some of your, potential future colleagues. So we're going to start off with this tinted hydrator skin veil as foundation for you. So squirt a little of that onto finger here. Whoa, it's a lot. Sorry, you're getting a lot today. So we're going to, find a safe place for that. I'm going to rub this onto your face here. So, let's go. Don't worry, my hands are clean, by the way. Alright, we're going to blend that into your face. Blend that in. Wonderful. You look great already. Sorry, let me wipe my hands off. I'll tell you when I'm ready. Okay, nice, so you look beautiful. Now we're gonna put a little bit of blush on you. I have this beautiful palette right here. Is there any preference on which color I choose? Oh, wonderful. I like a rose pink girly. I use that gender neutrally, by the way. If I call you girl, girly, or baby girl, it means I respect you as a colleague. Yeah, you'll always hear me in the back room with Angela going, girl, girl, girl. If you don't hear at least like 5 girls from me in any given day, I'm not happy. Alright, but anyway, now that I have that applied to the brush, both your cheeks look beautiful. So, what we're going to do next is your nails. I'm gonna go run and grab my nail paint, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, now that I have my nail polish for you, I'm going to go ahead and paint your nails. This is instant dry. So this is just a preliminary thing. Again, I'm styling you up to go walk around and meet the other colleagues. Maybe have them, it's good to have a good opinion from colleagues before, I bring your case in front of the board. Well, not your case, your interview results, but it's nice for my colleagues and your potential future coworkers to have a good impression of you. Word of mouth travels fast around here. Everything does is highly monitored. I hope you don't mind that, by the way. That's just kind of part of our culture here. We have to keep each other in check and accountable and all that good stuff. You know how being woke is. Alright, well, now that your nails are all painted on, I think we are ready to go and see how our office is doing today. Make sure you meet everybody. So, where do you want to start? You want to start in the, reception area, maybe go to the twink department. I can show you the transition experiment we're working on. Maybe work with the commune project. It's the leftist commune thing I was talking about earlier, where we send a polycule to the mountains and see how long they can survive with given resources. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff goes on here. Well, anyway, I'm gonna let you get yourself together, let your nails dry. Maybe go, grab you a cup of coffee or, something like that. But yeah, just chill here. I'll get some paperwork ready and we'll go around the office. And thanks so much for your interview today. It was an honor.